Let me also take this moment to warmly welcome the foreign press in this press briefing. Most of them have traveled a long distance to cover our elections, and we appreciate their presence. Let me open the floor for questions. If there are any questions, introduce yourself and the media house you represent, and then we start posing a question. I'm already seeing, I'm going to take it's 1, then Aldrin, you follow, and then 3, 4. Okay, let's do this. Hang on, Malibu. Let's start at the back. Number 1, number 2, 3, Aldrin, and then 4.
Okay, my name is Tutongo Beni from Channel Africa. I just want to ask about the accidents. Was it man-made? Just to find out, how did it happen? Are you investigating, or this was just an accident?
Genevieve Quinzel from SAPA. Those out in the field are speaking to voters. There's a lot of comment from voters that there are very few young people out there actually voting at the voting stations. Can we maybe get a comment from the IEC? I know you have told us the percentage of young people that have voted, not voted, sorry, registered.
Good morning, Aldrin Simpier from Power FM. On the protests that you've counted, what's the nature of these protests, and how do they affect the election proceedings going forward? And are there any contingency plans in place? And then the other question is, we've received a lot of complaints from people who are working today. What's the message from the IEC to employers who are refusing their staff to go out and vote, or not giving them time to go out and vote?
I'm Harrison from Lovewood News here in Joburg. I need to ask a question in terms of delay in some of the areas that didn't open on time. Will the IEC be extending voting in those areas, or will it still fall within the normal 7 to 9 p.m. voting hours? Thank you.
Let me take the last one from the lady here.
No, Matiba from the SABC. I had the same question.
Yeah, the same question.
Yes, will they be opening after 9?
Okay, beautiful. If I may request the panel to deal with the 4 questions that have been asked, and then we'll take the last round of questions. CEO.
I will be assisted very ably by, the Vice Chairperson and my colleague Sai. We have been looking at these matters extensively, and we will present the responses. I must indicate to you that the accidents that have been reported this morning, we don't expect foul play. They are accidents, and of course we are saddened that they have happened. The question on very few young people voting, of course we would like them to come, but we still have a long day, and I hope that they will make their way to the voting stations before we close tonight. We do have an indication of, based on our previous elections, on how certain groupings of people arrive at voting stations. And we do note that in the majority of instances, they do not make their way to the stations first thing in the morning. They do it around lunchtime and early afternoon, and we hope that they do that as well today. The nature of protests in communities, we have indicated that in Maruleng in particular, there are issues that the community is raising with respect to, facilities, shopping centers, and disputes that they have within those communities, and they're dealing with those. And elections being what they are, people use an election to even amplify that situation. But I think it's important we point out that South Africa is voting today. If you look at the areas where we have had these niggling challenges, they are absolutely, minimal. And for that, I think we should thank South Africans and say to them, well done, South Africa. Today is voting day. Let us do so at the ballot.
Know more. ENCA.com.